Before starting this video, if you have not seen the first part of this video, then please watch the first part of this video. Otherwise you will not understand anything in this video, and I have pinned the link of that video in the description and comment section I have given. So in the last part we saw the wolf fighting with some birds, then fighting with King Kong, fighting with Godzilla, and fighting with Deathbird. Does this wolf never get tired? When you see he keeps on fighting but there is no one. Then in the beginning of this part we see that this love bird had attacked Godzilla with its feather, and that attack goes directly towards Godzilla, and Godzilla is completely surprised to see it, but still Godzilla attacks him. You are able to escape with great difficulty and his attack is very dangerous. Then the love bird says that if you knew how precious this feather is, then you would be very grateful. To save Monkey Girl no one will come here to help you, and by saying this he does his dangerous attack on Godzilla and drop lot of trees on him, and Godzilla gets stuck there. That girl very much she is happy, and Godzilla is thinking in his mind that because of this tree I am not able to move even if it is like this. If there is one more attack on me then there will be a lot of pressure on me, and now the girl is very happy. And says that I am enjoying very much by punishing. You guys stole my transformation fruit from her. But I can forgive you if you apologize to me, and at the same time you come to know that there is so much difference between us, and now this love bird transforms again and starts going from there, and all this Godzilla is watching and says, no matter how you look but you are ugly, you are not a great person, I have no Reagan left now, so I will let you go from here. Godzilla, this death bird from here, doesn't want to let go because he has to save both King Kong and Wolf, but the distance of his explosive bomb can't go far, and this date bird will easily block all the attacks, but still Godzilla tries and charges himself. Then uses the direct explosive bomb attacks, but this death bird sees him and stops him, and so that now that attack gets reflected, and also says no matter how much you try but your attack is not on me, won't affect. But Godzilla says you can block only one attack of mine, but what if I do 3 attacks at once, how will you be able to stop them? But still death bird doesn't care much, she says no matter how many attacks you do, I will stop all of them, and she starts kicking all the attacks, but the attack which is being reflected is going towards Deathbird's companions because Godzilla has understood that he can use his attack. How can control and hit the direct key so that those birds have trouble in flying, and when Deathbird sees it becomes more angry, and then after that King Kong gets more angry, then after that catches the bird and throws it to the ground and frees itself, and King Kong becomes more angry than Godzilla. King calms Kong down, and then King Kong says, I'm sorry brother, I couldn't save that wolf, and Godzilla says it doesn't matter who the wolf is, he fell between the trees, so maybe he'll be fine. Now our first task is to fight with this ugly bird. Its feather is like a wind blade. You have to be careful, and after that Godzilla says that whatever comes in your hand, you directly attack the bird. Then King Kong, the companion of these birds, comes in the hand and direct catches him and throws him towards him. But the death bird escapes from that attack. Then Godzilla attacks with explosives bomb, and Deathbird is saved from that attack, and after seeing this, Godzilla and King Kong get more angry, but suddenly the wolf comes there and climbs on top of Godzilla and jumps so that Death is on top of the bird and moves directly towards it and makes an attack on it. But this bird saves from that attack and says that wolf, you are supporting both of them. You should support me, and the condition of this bird is very bad. In fact this wolf is a dangerous swordsman. Then after this all the feathers of the bird now start falling down. Deathbird becomes very sad seeing this, and the wolf sits in its right place. In fact, this wolf is a Sigma wolf. Cut all the feathers of Deathbird with the help of his sword. Gives, and Godzilla is thinking in his mind that girl who can summon Wind Blade with the help of her feather. This girl is really very dangerous, but right now this wolf is more dangerous, so Godzilla comes to them and says, why don't we all come in a team, then after that we will fight with this strange bird. But the wolf says, that the death bird will not be able to run away from place because there are too many trees in this place. It is a dense forest and we can beat this bird here very comfortably. And Godzilla says, brother, you help me kill this bird to defeat, then after that we will fight comfortably in human form. Then after hearing this, death bird says, do you remember when you were in front of me? I left your life, I let you go, and you helped this wolf once to cut off all my feathers, and it's thinking in its head that I must run away from here or else they will cut off all my feathers. Once it reaches the air, these people will not be able to do anything to me. That's why I have to find some way or the other. Then Godzilla says, you want to run away from here, but it can't happen. You have stopped that wolf and my fight, so now you can't go anywhere from here. And this bird says, so what do you want me to forgive you? Manga, this can never happen. But Godzilla says, look, we four together can defeat that reptile king, otherwise see the wolf will cut all your feathers. Understand, this is a kind of blackmail. But this bird says, no matter what happens, I am not going to support all three of you. I will just run away from here. But Godzilla says, you try it. This forest is very dense. You will not be able to run away from here, and also it will kill the bird. She also knows that she will not be able to run away from here because there are many trees here, but still she tries to run away from here, and only then the wolf attacks her with his sword, and with his attack it is very difficult. The bird survives. In fact, this bird's life has been spoiler, but no one else. Then this bird looks upwards where its companions are flying. Then she calls them, and after that those birds start coming down very fast, but in front of those birds our favorite King Kong cuts a tree and directly starts killing those birds, and that bird they end in a while. But this death bird needed this chance to escape from here, so now she is running with great speed, just it has to fly once. Then Godzilla King Kong wolf will not be able to do anything, but Godzilla sees that the bird is running like an ostrich. Then what was it? Godzilla falls behind this tall bird. Now it starts running. But it has to be admitted that the speed of Godzilla is very fast. It runs very fast. Cannon comes directly in front of this bird, and after that does a tremendous body slam attack, and because of which the bird goes very far and falls. The life of this bird is very bad, but it is fun to watch it again. Later Godzilla appears in front of him and says, look, we are not that much. If you join us, that reptile, no one will do anything to you in defeating Rang. Why don't you join us? But still this bird is not going to believe. Don't know what ego is inside it, and this bird attacks Godzilla and says, hey, do you think anyone can bully me that easily? And then the wolf comes up from behind and bites one of his feathers in a very badass way. I have only one thing to say for this wolf: the wolf is not a lone wolf, or the wolf is a Sigma lone wolf. And after seeing this bird gets very angry. All its feathers have been cut by this wolf, and it angrily says that you do not know I don't have to do anything to get these feathers. These feathers are made from the live blood of those monsters. And after hearing this, Godzilla understands how this bird got those feathers. He made these feathers by eating all the monsters who ate that transformation fruit. Then the crystal that came out of it. And knowing that after this, Godzilla gets very angry and says that you have become our worst enemy. You really do not deserve to be a friend, and today I will not let you go alive from here no matter what I have to do. Don't have to. And this bird also says, what do you think I will leave here? I am not going to leave now. You guys have ruined all my feathers. I earned them very hard. Now this thing I will take revenge from your life now. Now this bird gets very angry and it is about to attack Godzilla King Kong on both of them, and it makes a dangerous attack on both of them and says that now you guys will know that fight with me. What is the result of this? And Godzilla is also very surprised. Don't know how it is doing this magic attack. It will have at least 30 or 50 feathers, which will end very soon. And this bird, the attack is very dangerous. Just like a tornado, which is destroying everything, and so that now even Godzilla starts having trouble. He cannot stand in front of this wind, and after going too far, he is going to fall. It seems. And then King Kong says from behind that, brother, come here. And Godzilla goes to King Kong, but one thing has to be accepted, that King Kong is very intelligent. He had already dug a pit. It is very wise to save yourself from this storm. Then King Kong and Godzilla are watching that the power of the tornado is now slowly decreasing. But still this bird is very angry, and Godzilla is thinking in his mind that where is the wolf? He is not visible. I have changed, but do we just have to have fun?" Then suddenly Godzilla sees some creatures coming flying from above, and when we see them it is very dangerous chicks bird which live in group, and their length is 5 to 6 meters and their weight is 5 tons. But when they are in the group, no matter how big the creatures are in front of them, they defeat them very comfortably because those who they have teeth. They are very sharp, and Godzilla also sees that this dangerous bird is coming towards them. That's why Godzilla starts running away from here with King Kong, and at the same time these birds are behind both of them. But Godzilla stops because he doesn't want the wolf to be in danger, so he tells King Kong that I handle you. As soon as you get a chance you run away from here and save the wolf. Then after that Godzilla starts fighting with these birds and King Kong starts running away from there, but Godzilla is hurt a lot because the teeth of birds are very sharp, and Godzilla says that you people seem to have a habit of biting anyone. But don't you know that I am the ancestor of the bitter, and by saying this, Godzilla is one of them. Eats one and gets a lot of evolution points, and its biting power has been improved and all its wounds heal. But the birds still attack Godzilla. Are being done, and I am feeling very strange seeing this thing. If I am right, then you are comedy, mister. These birds are eating Godzilla and Godzilla is eating birds. What is really going on? And Godzilla, there is a lot of pain, but he is suffering and says, "Come on chicks, let's see who first finish food." Then after this, the bird attacks the wolf with its claws. But the wolf escapes from its attack. But still this wolf starts facing a little difficulty because the bird's attack has become more powerful than before. And with great speed this bird is also attacking this wolf, but this wolf thinks I just have to find one chance and I have to run away from here, and I know they both must have run away before this bird attack, so I will not have to do much. I will have to run away from here. But this bird is not going to give up chasing this wolf and reaches very fast to attack this wolf. But only then someone says that wolf, you are more panicked. Don't do it, I am here to help you and to help that wolf. King Kong comes there, and seeing this the wolf says, after all, why have you come here? It is not your job. And then suddenly the bird that is King Kong makes a dangerous attack, and that bird's attack is directly hit by King Kong, due to which he is very far away. Goes and falls. Then after that the wolf comes to King Kong and says, "Solve the problem with me, bird." And King Kong says, "Godzilla said we have to face this bird together. But wolf says that I don't talk with silly girls, but you will come my way." But King Kong says, "We are not going anywhere, leaving you." And after hearing this, wolf starts remembering his past where his master goes ahead and this wolf is following him, but his master says that, "Soldier wolf, you go away from here, your size is too big." But this wolf does not want to leave his master, and after hearing this the wolf says, "The truth, me, you both are silly and cute." Then suddenly that bird attacks King Kong with its claws, and after seeing this the wolf starts getting very angry and he comes in his rage mode and directly in his teeth holding a sword moves forward to attack that bird, and after seeing this, Mir gets a sword. Remembers the eagle whose name is Zoro, who can use 3 swords at once and attack his enemy, which wolf attacks on the bird so that it gets injured and falls down on the ground, and at the same time the wolf gets an attack so that he starts going away, and then King Kong catches that wolf. Then tells him to keep quiet and runs away with him. Then after this the scene shifts and we see Godzilla, who has defeated all those chicks birds, and then all of a sudden there is King Kong and the wolf, and Godzilla says, "I'm so glad to see you, too good you're there, ran away from here." And King Kong also says that, "We ran away as soon as we got a chance." Then the wolf says that, "How do you guys think that we will be able to defeat the monster that is spreading disaster everywhere?" So Godzilla says that there is a solution to every problem. That bird is very dangerous in the open because there it can attack with its wind blade. But if she is in a cave she will not be able to use her powers. And after hearing this wolf says that in reality humans always have solutions, but Godzilla says, "We have found a way, but where will that place be then?" After this the wolf tells Godzilla that, "I already knew that the bird used to invite other monsters to eat that transformation fruit and then consume the crystal. That is after that, but I didn't say anything to her, because I wanted a human body, so I will be your bait, because of which that bird will come to that place. But King Kong says, I know a place which is the same reptile king's cave, and me first also remember those reptiles beat that bird very bad, and maybe the wolf will not know anything about that place, so I will be the bait. And then Godzilla says, don't you know who that bird is now? How much must have gone mad if she caught you? Then King Kong says, I know, but she will never be able to catch me. Then after that the bird starts flying back in the air and starts moving forward with great speed, and Godzilla has been saying that while I was here, I will always be under the protection of King Kong. Used to do, and I was not here, so before that King Kong used to fight alone with those reptiles, and now I am here, so we both fight together. Then after that Godzilla says, so now it's okay to act as bait, he leaves it on you, me and the wolf will try to stop that bird from coming to you. And then he starts calling his orange rat, and there King Kong comes in his human form. Then after that Godzilla says to the wolf that, brother, you hide in my mouth, and now that we have prepared for the battle, now is the time for action. Then the rat also comes there, and the girl sits on it. Then after this the girl is going forward very fast sitting on that mouse, and when she sees that bird she says that still this bird is looking for that wolf only, so she takes that bird towards her. She starts going to attract and tells the mouse that you go ahead and wait for me. Then she jumps up a tree and starts screaming. Then we are shown two saber-tooth cat talking to each other. They are saying that this girl is doing trick again. Then the second saber-tooth cat says that this girl should update her trick. It is very outdated, but when both of them look up, it is very old. With speed, the same bird starts going towards that girl, and seeing this, the condition of both these idiots gets worse, and that bird attacks that girl with great speed. But that girl does not fight with that bird. Survives the attack and starts running away sitting on the rat, but this bird is not able to understand why this girl has come in her human form. But he says, no, I don't know. I will kill it like this and consume its crystal, so that I will become more powerful. Then she says, but this forest is very dense. I will not follow this girl for long. I will get it. So she calls out to her companions, but her companions have been killed by Godzilla, and after seeing this, she says that this is just a waste of my time. But still some companions of that bird come, who are now they are chasing this girl, but the speed of the rat is very fast and they are going forward with speed. But some birds come from the front which attack the girl, but still she survives all their attacks. And then we are shown Godzilla, who is very fast going towards those birds. Then the girl after that she grabs a vine, and then suddenly a giant jumps on her. The bird attacks, but at the right time that girl escapes from its attack, and that bird gets trapped in that vine, and behind it its companions also get trapped. That's what Godzilla taught to this girl. Then after this Godzilla says, King Kong, look behind you, and that bird makes an attack on this girl, so that this girl starts flying in the air, but herself somehow saves. And now Godzilla comes in front of that bird, and then he attacks with his defensive power, but that bird settles from Godzilla's attack, and after seeing this Godzilla gets angry and he makes a vigorous jump. Hits so that he goes up in the air, and while doing his attack says, now you face my wolf-bearing missile.
See that the bird survives that attack. And the wolf goes upwards and directs that attack towards the bird, whose hit falls on this bird, and then with the help of multiple attacks the wolf attacks the death bird with great speed, and this attack now the bird starts falling down. Then after this girl is also watching and says that we will reach there soon. On the other hand, this bird starts getting very angry, then it kills all its companions. Asks to go after that girl, and at the same time that bird is also following that girl, but this girl is very fast and moving fast, but this bird does not understand. After all, why has this girl brought me to this place of reptiles which are already finished, but all are with her. When she enters the cave of Reptile King, they don't know that the king reptile has been killed. But still they are very scared, and at the same time this girl has now reached inside the cave, but she sees no one is coming after her. She is not able to understand. Why is she not coming after the bird? What happened? She is still afraid of that reptile king, so she is not coming here. Then only in that cave a dangerous sound starts coming from inside, and after hearing this, all the bird's companions get very scared and start running from there, and the bird says, why are you running, idiots? That is the name of Reptile King. There is no sound, and we look inside, so really this Girl is making the sound of reptile king, which is very strange, and now the bird starts getting very angry. And she says, you cowards, go out of my way, go. And at the same time we see the wolf, who is watching all this from a distance, and after that the bird also sees the wolf, and then the wolf bites the rock near it and drops it directly towards this side so that the rock falls on this bird and it starts going inside the cave, and then suddenly Godzilla rolls and directly attacks this bird so that now both of them they start falling inside the cave, and after a while Godzilla comes in his original form and says that really I am in a lot of pain. In this human form I become very weak, but he starts looking here and there. Then a girl comes in front of him who has now come in human form and who is looking very beautiful, and Godzilla goes to that girl and starts making fun of this girl. And then this girl starts biting Godzilla, which hurts Godzilla very much, and this girl says, how dare you fight with me. And then after that when Godzilla looks at her neck, it hurts there. After seeing this, when Godzilla tries to touch her wound, the girl removes his hand and gives it to him. After eating, Godzilla apologizes to that girl. But this girl really has a lot of ego, and then someone comes behind this girl and says, don't try to move, and puts a sword on her neck. The wolf comes behind this girl and says, if you try to move then I will cut your neck. And now there Godzilla says, really you are very arrogant girl, it is very difficult to persuade you when all three of us together, if we live then we can face any disaster. And this girl says, what do you think, I am weak, I am very powerful, you have no idea what my feathers are, how precious, I am very comfortable with you thieves. But Godzilla says, if you transform into that bird again then you might have become a complete jerk. And the girl says, what do you think, I can't turn back into a monster, I will swallow you alive. But Godzilla says that no matter how much you try in this cave, you will not be able to escape from us, you are very weak. But tell me, how did you get the scar on your neck, which has not even healed yet? Then this girl says that knowing you, what will you do? I have killed those reptiles because of which I got this wound. Killed many comrades and ate their poison inside my body, it went away. But only then King Kong, she says, you do not know who is my brother, he has explosive fire, because of which we can cook those reptiles very easily. Can eat without any problem. Then this girl also says, yes it is true, this nub has such a flame which can kill reptiles. But Godzilla says, so will you cooperate with us, fight with Reptile King in doing this? This girl says that you are very sad, you want to impress me, you will not be able to do it even in your dreams. And she starts leaving from here, removing the wolf's sword. Then this Godzilla starts to persuade this fussy girl that we should live together, that's why we have to know about each other. And he tells about himself that I am Lin Shen and I came from sea, and in this beautiful place I found this girl. Then Godzilla asks wolf, after all, tell me, how did you get the weapons of humans, and how are you martial arts like humans? Do you know in bird you also tell me about yourself? And this wolf says that I do not want to tell you now. We have not even become friends. Then this girl starts making fun of the wolf. Then this wolf says that I am not like you, I never leave my friends, I always protect them like a family. The girl says, do you consider yourself a saint? Just you have a piece of iron, so can you save them all? And after hearing this the wolf starts getting very angry, and then Godzilla tries to pacify both of them. And then Godzilla asks, but bird, tell me, where did you get the transformation fruit, and you, how did it come to know that a crystal shell comes out of it? Then this girl says, why should I tell you? I am not going to tell you anything. Really this girl has a lot of ego, after all. Why are girls like this? And after hearing this, Godzilla's condition gets worse. Then he buys that fruit from his system mall, and then after that he gives a fruit to this girl and says that you should eat it quickly so that all your wounds will be healed and your nervousness will also go away. Then she gets angry and says that all because of you, what is happening is your whole family will be upset, and that fruit kills her on Godzilla. This girl is a very fussy girl, and Godzilla says that this is a live fruit that can heal wounds, and King Kong also says that really it can heal all wounds. And by the way, even this bird is not able to understand from where it got this fruit, and King Kong is very much confident maybe it is really the same fruit, and the boy has become very smart while living with King Kong. And then Godzilla also gives a live fruit to the wolf and says that you remember how injured I was when we first fought, but after eating this fruit, after that all my wounds have been healed, and the girl who was there was also cured because of this fruit. Then the wolf says that if it is like that then it is fine, and I am right now because of this. I have been in the human body for a long time, and my martial arts always grow by kissing myself. We have to break our limits, and after hearing this, Godzilla applauds the wolf. But this wolf is down, he falls because he is very tired right now, and even Godzilla does not understand why this is happening. Then Godzilla says that the power of the transformation fruit inside you is not your body. So eat this fruit quickly, after which your body will be able to resist the valiant energy inside your body. Otherwise you will not be able to turn into a monster again, but I can help you from human to monster. After which you can easily switch your body. And when this girl hears that Godzilla knows how to change from human to monster and change from monster to human, this girl can't believe how Godzilla can do this. It seems that there is no chemical man somewhere, but Godzilla says that it is not impossible, it is possible. Can turn into human, but still this girl is not believing. That after all someone can comfortably resist the energy of the transformation fruit. Then Godzilla says you people are still not believing, so I bring the fruit. I can tell you comfortably how you can increase your ability. And after hearing this girl gets very angry because the transformation fruit which is already destroyed. But Godzilla, he says, then from where did you give the transformation fruit to this wolf? And after that both of them fight again. People say that the one who fights the most loves more. Is it possible that now the wolf will fall in love with this girl and this girl will fall in love with this wolf in the future? It will be known in the next episode as well. The one who is Godzilla stops these two from fighting, but it does not make much difference. Then after this girl tells that I had already kept some fruits. Then this girl says that I should give you some fruits. I can, but first you have to prove me how you can change from a person to a monster. If you really can control the power of that transformation fruit, then maybe I can join you. And after hearing this Godzilla, he becomes happy, and this girl tells that I did not want to tell you about that fruit where it is, but I am telling that it is in the fruit skeleton swim, and that fruit tree is there. Is hidden. And when the wolf hears this, it says that it is a very dangerous place. Will we ever be able to go? And after hearing this the girl says yes, because you are scared. And again now they both start fighting with each other and fight a lot. Then after that Godzilla asks King Kong, are you in that place? This girl refuses. Then after that Godzilla says, what kind of place is it? Then starts telling that the place is very dangerous. It is a graveyard of monsters, where very dangerous creatures live. There is always smoke in that place, so you can't see very far. There are very dangerous plants that eat flesh. And this girl says, so do you still want to go? And the wolf says, Godzilla got you there, but should not go, and especially not for me. That place is very dangerous. No monster can go there. And Godzilla says that there must be flesh-eating plants at that place. Just you guys tell me its direction, I will go there. But I will definitely go. And after hearing this the wolf becomes very surprised, and this girl says, will you really go to that dangerous place for this wolf? And Godzilla says, this is my friend, I will definitely go for this, and I have to prove myself. And with him King Kong also agreed to go, and now both of them, they are very happy. Really there is a very good bonding between these two, which both of them are also watching. Then after that this girl says, after all you guys have already decided, so I will arrange eagle dodos for the trip. Godzilla says that there is no need for this, I and King Kong will go there comfortably. And after hearing this, the wolf says, don't you know that place is called graveyard? That too of monsters, there are big monsters. Can't stay alive till there is a swamp, that's why you guys take the dodos so that your energy will be saved. And after hearing this Godzilla says that really you are right, I will definitely go sitting on those dodos. But Godzilla says, why are you guys not eating this fruit? Are you guys still scared? I think this girl is scared to eat it. Then the wolf after that eats that fruit, and at the same time the girl also eats it, but it tastes very bitter. And only then the wound of the wolf starts to heal, and also this girl also gets orgasm. Don't know why it is so. Seeing this, I am enjoying very much. Such a thing is not seen every day. And after seeing that all their wounds are moving very fast, if it is happening, then it becomes very happy and eats the fruits very fast. And the most happy too are this death bird. Maybe all its feathers would have come back. Then after this girl Godzilla says, do you have any more live fruit? Then Godzilla says in attitude, this is my fruit after dinner, which I eat. In fact, Godzilla is a Faku man. After that they all come out, and this bird says that when you go over there just take one fruit, it is very precious. But Godzilla says, don't say so much, I also want only one. Then the bird whistled K calls his companions, and after seeing this, now both of them become very happy. And Godzilla says that you do not need to take much tension of your companions and start getting transformed and come in your original form. They go, and after seeing this girl says, will I really be able to transform so easily? And now all three start their journey to go to Skeleton Swim, and while going it is evening, and now Godzilla as their King Kong starts feeling hungry, and he says that the Skeleton Swim is not far, so we will go there tomorrow morning. And King Kong says, I am going hunting, and Godzilla says, I am going to light a fire. I find wood for the fire, and now it is night, and all three are cooking meat comfortably and eating meat with pleasure, and most this wolf is more happy. It is eating this kind of meat after a long time, and it remembers its master, that how its master used to give it barbecue to eat. This wolf starts crying, and their Godzilla man takes out dish, which is chicken, and now with great fun these people eat their food. Sometimes I feel very bad for this wolf, but what to do, this is the law of the jungle. Then after that Godzilla asks about the wolf, and the wolf says that when the time is right, I will tell you everything about me. First of all, we have to come alive from that Skeleton Swim. You have no idea how dangerous that place is. One of the fellow has escaped from there, and he told me everything about the place, that there are so many dangerous monsters who always attack from hiding. It is a very dangerous place where big monsters are sneaking. Let's attack. But Godzilla doesn't care much. Then Godzilla asks, can you tell me after all, who are you? Are you a monster or a hunter? There is crystal inside you, then you have to break it. You don't have much strength in human form, because of which you can die, so you have to come back to your original form, and I will give you. I can't see dying like this. Really, now these people are strengthening their bonding. Sometimes I also miss my friends after seeing such a manga. Then the wolf comes to a lonely place and is thinking that I haven't even answered his question yet, but still he has accepted me as his friend. Really, they both are very good, like a wolf cub, and a starling in the tree is looking at these two from above and says it is really very simple people. And now we see the same dangerous place where many dangerous monsters are waiting for these three, and then after that it is morning and all three leave for their journey. And at the same time now they also reach that place, but the fog is not that much, but still the wolf says, you be careful, there are many dangerous monsters here. And King Kong also says, this tree, it looks very strange, I feel strange. Wolf says, we don't have to go far, all three of us have to stay close. And then suddenly something comes in front of them, and which happens to be a mantis dead tree, which has a length of 7 meters and weighs 6.5 tons. Their legs are very sharp. Then after this mantis attacks King Kong, but at the right time, King Kong escapes from his attack, and an attack of mantis falls on that dodo bird, and there it rests in peace. And as soon as King Kong comes to the ground, his leg gets stuck in that swamp, and as soon as Godzilla sees it, he says, King Kong, don't try to move, and also Mantis. He is about to attack both of them, but only their butt. The wolf comes, and because of which the attack of this mantis does not fall on both of them, and they are saved, but mantises are continuously attacking them, and at the same time the wolf comes to know that its cell is too much, it is hard, and now these people start running away from here, and this mantis also starts following them, and mantis does an attack so that another dodo bird dies, but the wolf survives the attack, and the wolf says, take the girl quickly and get out of here. Till then I distract her and attack this mantis and cut her into small pieces in a very stylish way. And now as soon as it is about to fall, then Godzilla comes there and saves this wolf, and these people see that this mantis was very dangerous and 2 of their dodo birds have been killed in there, but now the wolf says that it is still not too late, we should run away from here, but Godzilla says that if we go empty-handed, that ugly bird will laugh at us, so now these people start moving forward and say, Godzilla, it is said that wolf, you cut these trees with the help of your sword, and King Kong can easily climb these trees, and King Kong climbs trees, and then suddenly a mantis attacks both of them from behind. But the wolf comes to know, and so he jumps up with Godzilla, and that mantis attacks this dodo bird, and seeing this I feel very bad for the dodo birds, because the dodos in our world there are birds, their number is very less, and in this manga all these dodo birds are being killed openly. Really, I feel very bad. Let's rest in peace. And now Godzilla is climbing the tree with great difficulty, and there are many mantises. And the wolf says that we have to climb up quickly, otherwise it may be very difficult for us. And now these mantises, now let's try to fly, and really they are flying in the air, don't know what is going to happen to these 3. And Godzilla says, I forgot that mantis can fly too, and now mantis will attack these 3. They reach to attack and also attack, and the wolf is able to escape from their attack with great difficulty, and at the same time it is attacking them and also attacks on Godzilla. But Godzilla attacks that mantis. escapes, and after that they all come forward to attack them with great speed, and Godzilla says that these people are bullying a small child. Do these people want to fight with me? And now saying this, Godzilla jumps on top of a mantis, then after that he charges himself to bite and does a dangerous bite to this mantis. What if Godzilla consumes the power of this mantis?
Now Godzilla had started eating that mantis, so that now that mantis is suffering a lot, and then suddenly bubbles rise on the ground and a tongue comes out which is going straight towards Godzilla and Mantis, and directly that tongue catches that mantis. Then after that we are shown a very big frog, which is mutant Mars big frog, whose length is 20 meters, and it waits for its prey in this swamp, and as soon as big frog that mantis, Godzilla jumps and runs away from there, and there the girl also comes and catches Godzilla, so that Godzilla is saved, and Godzilla says that you stay there. This frog is whatever moves, notices and attacks him, and in the same way this frog hunts, and the frog is now checking whether it still has any prey left or not, and Godzilla says that until we take it from here so he will not know anything about us, and then this frog prepares an attack with his mouth and hits it directly on a tree, so that the tree breaks and the wolf starts falling down from there, and the frog catches it with his tongue and tries to bring it to his mouth with great speed, but the wolf grabs hold of a vine and there stops it. Is a little difficult for the frog to pull it, and then there Godzilla and the girl come to save the wolf, and Godzilla says you throw your sword at me, and the wolf does the same to the sword of Godzilla, throws it to the side, but Godzilla is too noob to catch that sword, and after seeing this the wolf gets very angry and abuses him, due to which his jaw gets released from the vine, and now he starts going directly into the frog's mouth, and then Godzilla grabs one leg of that mantis and with that attacks the frog's tongue, so that the frog's tongue is cut into two pieces and the wolf gets free, and with great speed the wolf attacks that frog and makes that frog rest in peace there, and this gives us, it turns out that really this wolf is very strong, and that's where the game over happens to this big frog, and there Godzilla and the girl come, and Godzilla says, really brother wolf, you are so awesome ho, and there the wolf asks, tell me where is my sword? In response to this Godzilla says, I am sorry, whatever, my target is very weak, but never mind, I will get you a new sword one day, and there this girl says, brother wolf, your sword is there, and they see that sword is stuck on a branch, and after seeing this the wolf is very happy because he thinks of the sword as his son. But the wolf after it says that the dodo birds that were there are gone. Now what will we do after this to cross this swamp? The Godzilla who is there says, don't worry too much, we have a way to get us out of here. And after a while, those guys are skating through the swamp and moving on. But the wolf is thinking in his mind, really, I could not have thought that I could skate through this quagmire, really, there is a lot of difference between the monsters and the humans. Now I also have to learn a lot from this boy, and then suddenly there is a cry of a child in front, and after hearing this, these people do not understand whose voice it is. Then after this, when Godzilla hears the cry of a human child, he says, are there really human children in this swamp? It is not understood, and the girl also says that there are human children who that they are crying, and the wolf also asks that there can be human children here. Then Godzilla says, I do not even know, maybe it can happen, and then suddenly the sound stops coming. These people do not understand what is happening after all, and only then a dangerous eye is watching them behind them, and Godzilla also comes to know that someone is watching them, and only then a huge salamander attacks on them, which is very much the salamander attacks and is about to eat them, but from there Godzilla and the wolf escape with great difficulty and start running away from there. These people know that these people cannot fight with this salamander in this swampy area. That's why now these people start running away from here very fast, but this salamander is not going to leave the chase, and only then the girl who is holding a vine swings on him so that he hangs in a vine, and all three escape from the attack of this salamander, but still this salamander is not going to give up chasing them no matter how far they go, and then suddenly in front of them and there comes a huge salamander which is even bigger than the last one, and all three start going straight into the salamander's mouth, and the wolf says that we should jump backwards, but Godzilla says that it's too big right now, it's too late. This salamander doesn't have teeth, it will swallow us directly, so we should go directly into its stomach. And there will be acid in his stomach, and these people now start going directly into the mouth of this salamander and talking about this wolf. It is going down very style, but Godzilla and the girl are having trouble, but still this wolf is big, he comes down easily, and after coming down, the wolf says that his stomach is very bad. There is acid in this place, it seems that all three of us are in its stomach, and the girl is smelling disgust very much, and their Godzilla says that yes, it is her stomach, but it has eaten us really in this swampy area. There are a lot of dangerous creatures in this one, dead tree mantis and giant frog. They wanted to eat us all, but now I will eat this salamander, and it starts eating this salamander very fast, and it will get a lot of evolution points, and it gives some new rewards. So that Godzilla now starts eating it with great speed, and on the other hand, this girl feels nauseous. She says that we had breakfast this morning, are you hungry so early? Gets and Wolf says as your plan is that you will eat this salamander's stomach, it is not necessary to do this, but I am also confident if we harm its stomach it will kick us out. Now thinking now these people get ready to attack, and their Godzilla says that this salamander is very dangerous. This one is going to kill us very easily, that's why we will fight with it from inside and defeat it from inside. And on the other hand, this salamander is in a lot of trouble outside, and after that the small salamander is going to eat it, and at the same time, these three also come to know that this big salamander is going to eat the smaller salamander now. But Godzilla says that if he swallows that salamander, there will be no room left for us, which may happen. We should be killed, but the wolf says that there is no need to take tension. I only cut the stomach of this salamander, and it directly cuts the stomach of this salamander. And the wolf cuts this salamander into 2 pieces. Then after that all come out of his stomach, and this girl is very happy, but the Godzilla is not full, it is still eating the salamander. And says that the meat of this salamander is very fresh and delicious. It tastes very good even without roasting in the fire. And the wolf says, I don't know if there is any other salamander around here. That's why we should go. And now these people start their journey again, and when these people go ahead there are many roots of trees. This is the area of swamp bones, and only then some smoke starts coming from there, so that it's getting a bit difficult to see ahead. And now all three of them breathe in that smoke, they feel very strange, and then Godzilla feels something and all three of them start getting weak, and Godzilla says somewhere the smoke is not poisonous, and only then a strange flower comes in front of them which is very big, and it emits poisonous gas from inside. Godzilla is taking it, and after seeing this, Godzilla tells everyone that poison is coming out of this flower, and then Godzilla calls the system. But the system is also in trouble, and Godzilla is asking the system, do you have a gas mask? So the system says, I don't have a gas mask. If you need a gas mask you will have to pay a lot of evolution points. Really this system is very mean, but Godzilla now clearly refuses to take the gas mask. He says that I didn't know that you will ask for evolution points even in such a movement. It is better to work with my clothes, and Godzilla tears his cloth and gives it to both of them and says that there is no water in this place. So you mix your urine in this cloth, and the wolf says, are you kidding? But Godzilla says there is no water here, so we have to mix our urine which will make this cloth wet, and we have to cover our nose and mouth with it that we will be able to escape from this poisonous gas. Otherwise we will become even more weak. And at the same time these two now add your urine to that cloth. But this girl is very ashamed, she does not understand what to do. But Godzilla gives her his urine cloth, but it stinks very much. But now they wrap those clothes in their nose and mouth and start moving forward, but strange sounds start coming there, and there comes a mutant titan beetle whose length is 5 meters and the weight is 2 tons. Their body is very hard and they are very strong, and all three now become alert, and only then this beetle attacks all three, but all three escape from its attack. And the wolf attacks this beetle by jumping upwards and throws it away and kills it very quickly, but there are many more beetles coming which are coming towards them, and now these three start running from there, and as soon as these people go ahead, they see strange plants. But these people move ahead, and only then there a beetle comes and attacks a plant on top of that beetle. Beginning of this part we see that this plant has eaten a big beetle, and after seeing this all three of them are very surprised, while this girl says, what kind of thing is this? There are plants, and the wolf doesn't even understand. But Godzilla explains that it's the same plant you told me about, which eats other monsters, and all the plants there are now eating beetles, and seeing this, all the beetles run away. And now Godzilla and his companions are also running away. Because the situation has changed a lot, and as soon as all three they go ahead, then a big plant swallows them, but at the right time, Godzilla pushes them both, so that the wolf and the girl escape from the attack of that plant. But Godzilla gets trapped, and after seeing this girl is worried for Godzilla. And this girl goes ahead and tries to get Godzilla out. But Godzilla tells them that you guys are not helping me, you guys are hurting me. And the wolf says that, I will help you to open the mouth of this plant. But then suddenly beetles are also coming there with great speed, and one beetle attacks them. And the attack of that beetle worsens the condition of that plant. But this causes problems to Godzilla, and he starts going inside the plant's mouth again. But this girl catches him, but Godzilla says, and then all of a sudden this girl's foot slips. And they both go inside the mouth of this plant, and Godzilla comes out. And the plant's mouth is now closed, and this plant has turned on its digestion system. But Godzilla is very worried about the girl. He looks around to see where the girl is. Then he dives to the bottom, and tries to find it, and finds the girl. But this liquid is too corrosive, which burns Godzilla's wound. But still Godzilla doesn't give up, he tries to save the girl, yes. But Godzilla has a lot of breathing problems, and maybe the girl has the same problem, she is also unable to breathe, and in such a situation Godzilla also can't do much, and thinks in his mind that he now has to turn into a monster, so now holding the girl starts turning into a monster, and as soon as Godzilla transforms into his monster form, he tears the plant and comes out, but now Godzilla gets stuck in the swamp. I mean, fell from the sky, and stuck in a palm tree. But Godzilla tells the wolf to catch this girl, and Godzilla throws the girl to the wolf and the wolf catches her. The wolf is a good fielder. It seems that he is an all-rounder. But now both of them do not understand how they can help Godzilla. The size of these people is very small, so that they cannot lift Godzilla. But the wolf girl can get a tree. And where there are many vines above, maybe this vine can handle the weight of Godzilla. So now the girl is also transforms into a King Kong form, and jumps straight up like a tree and climbs a tree, and grabs a vine and throws it at Godzilla. Which Godzilla catches, and now Godzilla gets out of the swamp. And now Godzilla is very happy. It's good that this big tree is here. Otherwise Godzilla would have been in more trouble. But this tree is looking a little weird. And then Godzilla feels something, and when he checks that tree, he sees that this tree is a man-eating tree. Then after this Godzilla says, King Kong, you come down. This tree is dangerous. But King Kong does not understand why Godzilla is shouting. And we also see this tree, which is very creepy looking. And when King Kong sees this, he is very scared because he has never seen anything like this in his entire life. But King Kong gets caught by the man-eating tree, and starts pulling him up now, but the wolf rushes forward to save King Kong, and tries to chop down the tree, and at the same time Godzilla charges himself, saying that you want to bully my colleagues with wooden sticks. And saying this, direct attacks him, so that King Kong falls down from that vine. Then after this all the vines are now going to the swamp. And after seeing this, Godzilla is unable to understand what the situation is. And later Godzilla understands that this vine is going into the swamp, so that it gets wet and the flame has no effect on them. Really, this tree is very intelligent. But King Kong, this one is totally intoxicated, angrily biting the vines of the man-eating tree with her mouth. Really the girls who don't have patience inside them. Then all the vines that are there now gather themselves at one place, and make themselves a big hand. And after seeing this, he is very surprised, and Godzilla's condition is very bad after seeing this. But Godzilla says that in reality this man-eating tree has made a human hand by joining the vines. Is there a spirit inside this tree? Then this vine uses itself like a punch on them, but King Kong is not going to give up, because women empowerment. She directly attacks that vine-like hand, and starts fighting, but King Kong is a little weak, so she can't do much, and after seeing this, Godzilla charges himself again, and is about to attack again, but then his eggs explode. Which is very painful, but I have a question, can this man-eating tree do this too? I feel too bad for Godzilla. Looks like Godzilla is still a virgin. And now King Kong and Godzilla have been caught by the vine. And then Godzilla says, if you have the guts, put me down and we'll fight one more time. And the wolf also moves towards Godzilla with great speed to save Godzilla, but the one who is vine turns Godzilla in front and uses Godzilla as a protective shield, so that some of the wolf's attacks on Godzilla attacks Reed and Godzilla narrowly escapes. And after seeing this, now the wolf is very shocked. And then the wolf also gets a punch so that he flies far away in the air, just like Lovebird. And after seeing this, Godzilla thanks the wolf for flying in the air, to buy some time for him, and Godzilla is thinking that, I will again attack this tree with my explosive bomb. But the man-eating tree, with the help of vine, ties Godzilla's mouth. Really, this man-eating tree is very smart. Heads off, you brother. And now Godzilla is feeling that everything is over, and only then the explosive bomb gets blasted in his mouth. Due to which Godzilla is in a lot of pain. A small tree has made Godzilla like this, and Godzilla is very unhappy with this. Then Godzilla calls the system and says, tell me, how many evolution points do I have? Then the system tells that, now you have 2.1 million evolution points. And after hearing this, Godzilla says, so whatever the points are, apply them to my height so that my body will grow up, and this vine will break on its own. This is Godzilla's plan, and then the system also does the same, so that now Godzilla's height starts increasing, and now even the vine which is there, can't bear it, and Godzilla now becomes free. And now Godzilla is he gets even more angry, and when King Kong and Wolf see, they are both very surprised, because Godzilla has grown in height, and has become taller. And then Godzilla now falls down, and while falling down, he attacks the tree with his explosive bomb, and Godzilla's power is so great that it pierces through the middle of the tree, right in the middle. And Godzilla says, are you still not going to leave them both? If that is the case, then I will have to use my dragon lightsaber. And saying this, Godzilla makes another attack on him, and this power is more dangerous. And after this, King Kong and the wolf are also freed, and then they come down, and King Kong says, you wait on, I'm going to bring some vines. But Godzilla says that leave me alone now, and this strange tree will catch me again, and says Godzilla, tree, now you must have understood. Do you want to fight with me again? I will cut your roots only. And after hearing this, the tree which is now comes out and says, I am no more, I don't want to fight, I won't fight. And when Godzilla sees that this tree can talk like humans and its mouth is like this, all three of you keep your mouth open. Then after that, the tree says, yes, it's true from the beginning, I didn't want you guys to die. You're not like those stupid monsters who want to eat your strength. But Godzilla says, after all, how can you say that you are scared of us? How can I trust you so easily? Your eyes are still looking strange. But this tree says, boy, I don't want to lose you. You are just a swamp. If I don't do something now, you'll end up in the swamp, inside. Godzilla says that I have many ways out of here, and thinks to himself that with King Kong's help, I can all come out of the place, I'll be in my human form. And Godzilla lets out a loud roar, which is a cry, and the tree gets really scared after hearing that. I didn't do anything to you, why are you crying? And then Godzilla realizes that he is coming here, and Godzilla says, King Kong, quickly grab the vine and put it on the ground, and we just have to wait for the right moment. And then a salamander comes over there very quickly, and King Kong was very patiently waiting for this salamander. If you liked this video and want to see the next part, subscribe my channel.